Most divorce settlements have an any marital property you didn't disclose, we split in half type clause. But let's say you have a party, they just want to get the case over with, and they waive completing discovery before settling. Is this term fair if it turns out the other side forgot to mention something? Stay tuned. Hello again, hope you're all doing well. As always, gotta do some pandering. I'm an appellate lawyer by day, video hobbyist on weekends or whenever time allows. Now, every week the appellate court issues new decisions. I can't cover them all, but likes and subscribes tell me what topics you want to see more of in the future, and to be perfectly honest, it is nice to see people enjoy watching these, so thank you. Anyways, today's topic is divorce fraud or not. It really depends on which side of this you take. Here, the parties divorced in 2015. The ex-husband ran some sort of LLC. It was mothballed, but just before the divorce was final, this LLC rises from the dead and strikes a deal with another company that agrees to pay the ex-husband in, at that time, worthless shares. And in a decision that will haunt the ex-husband for eons to come, instead of receiving the shares through his LLC, he has the company issue it directly to him, apparently for tax purposes. And although the wife sought discovery, she never followed through on full compliance. So this didn't come to light until well after the divorce. So years later, these worthless shares suddenly become, well, worth quite a bit, and the ex-wife certainly wants her cut. She files a motion to enforce this section of the MSA, which would entitle her to this much money. The ex-husband says, hey, these were the LLC shares. I was awarded the business in the divorce. This is your fault. You could have finished discovery and found out about these shares. Don't blame me. Additionally, the ex-husband tries to show the judge like this email exchange between the lawyers before the settlement was final that indicates the wife had no interest in the LLC. Now, for non-lawyers, there's this thing called parole evidence. And in certain situations, if a contract isn't clear or there's a dispute about meaning, you can introduce outside evidence beyond the four corners of the contract to clarify something. Here, the ex-husband was trying to show the judge that regardless of the business's value, the ex-wife wanted no part of it. However, the trial court in this case said, this settlement contains everything I need to know, and I don't care that the shares were issued directly to the ex-husband versus the LLC. I do care that they were undisclosed and divides it at its highest value. The ex-husband appeals, arguing really two things. One, the ex-wife threw in the towel on discovery, and by analogy, there's a lot of case law out there that puts the onus on discovery compliance on the person seeking disclosure. And two, the shares, well, they were intended for the husband's business, which the wife wanted nothing to do with. They were undisclosed business assets at worst, not personal assets. Well, the appellate court makes this one pretty simple and says the trial judge got the right outcome, but for slightly different reasons. Namely, the shares went to the ex-husband, not the LLC. They were still married when he received them. It's marital property. It wasn't disclosed, and the settlement is clear that half of all non-disclosed gets split, which suggests to me that had the shares been issued to the LLC, might have had a different outcome. Who knows? The takeaway, never underestimate the power of boilerplate language, even in cases where discovery is cut short, and talk to your lawyer before you make business decisions before the divorce is final. Anyways, join us next time as we cover, honestly, I'm not sure. Maybe I'll play it safe with this one. Maybe I will kick the hornet's nest and, well, I haven't decided yet. But if you want to find out which one I pick, you know what to do, because this one's going to be kind of a surprise broadcast. No advance warning. Anyways, that's all I have. Thanks for watching.